Sit back and relax for an evening with the Thamesmen.
How we doing?
Hey, good man. Welcome to the basement of despair.
We're back in the basement, aren't we?
We are back in the basement. Back in the basement.
I'm still wearing. I'm still wearing my Christmas gift from you.
Yeah.
My weird T-shirt with
green screen, make you slim.
Well, I think there's a bit that needs more than that. But
I've always said you're shallow, and I can see through you.
Hello,
everyone. Welcome to the Thamesmen. This is Channel 2, the basement of despair.
Oh yeah, exactly. This is where we are allowed to make our own choices, and they're generally bad.
Well, now what happened is one of our base commanders, he had a sort of, well, he went a little funny in the head, you know, just a little funny, and he went and did a silly thing.
They are. We got Channel A, which is a much larger channel. It's a reaction channel. As George said, the Channel 2 is where we make choices. And George, I am bringing you Prince. But not just Prince. I'm bringing you the recording of Purple Rain.
Ah, okay. All right. Tell me more, sir.
For those who don't know, George is in the audio industry, and I saw this many years ago, this video, and it kind of blew me away. And it's basically about making of Purple Rain, and it is Purple Rain. It's played live, but I never knew that the recording that we have heard of Purple Rain was taken from a live track. Did you?
Really? Ah, okay.
This is the live track.
Because I knew of Prince. I only went to his studio once, but in Minneapolis, and he was the amazing musician and engineer, and he did everything himself, and he had this incredible work ethic where he would like record for hours, and he could like punch and drop in himself on any recording, and so yeah, I'd be fascinated to see this. So
yeah, cool. Well, I never knew. Now when you listen to Purple Rain, after you've watched this video, you realize where it came from. But basically, well, we'll watch it. It's a long video. It's 13 minutes long. So settle down, everyone. Get into it. I mean, Purple Rain, what a song. What a guitar solo as well. So
excellent. All right.
So this is my my kind of, over to you to have a, I'm glad you're watching this.
Excellent.
I thought you'd like it. We'll see if you like it or not. Tell me at the end.
All right.
All right. Okay. If you like what we're doing, like and subscribe, that would help this channel out immensely. If you don't like what we're doing, go and check the other channel out. All right. 3, 2, 1, boom. Now, the quality is not great, but bear with it, okay?
Okay.
want your money, no, no, no. I want to purple
That's fascinating.
Oh,
Utterly. I mean, ridiculous musicianship. That if you can play at a small club in Minneapolis and then end up putting it on one of the biggest selling albums of all time.
Can you imagine being in that crowd and hearing it?
But probably half the people probably wouldn't know they were at a moment like that. And then afterwards they would go, oh yeah, I was there. Yeah, I totally knew it was going to be a huge hit. You know,
the video quality was poor, the sound recording was poor, but when it built up and he got that riff going to lead, and both of us were just off on another planet. It was sublime.
A totally different for me, like appreciation of Purple Rain, like because I it was not my genre at the time, and so I never listened to the albums and things like that. And now, as to appreciate what he was as a musician is astounding, you know.
So one of the things about the Thamesmen, which was like, so Prince, you know, I knew he was good. I didn't jive to his rhythm and his music at the time. I was a rocker. I was more into, you know.
I knew he was so funky, sexy. You know, I knew he was that.
I knew he was good. I like Purple Rain, but he was too clean and 80s for me, right? And I was more Led Zeppelin and, you know, and Hawkwind and Acid and stuff. So but now I go back with the Thamesmen. You go back and we look, and I mean, I've known that video for a long time. It's just fascinating how good he is.
Yeah, no, and the fact that you could just cut out. I thought that video with the commentary, like the underneath, where saying that this was the edit here and there from whatever, was amazing as well. That someone had actually gone to trouble to work out where all those things were. And you know, I love audio archaeology. You know, like I get the ability occasionally in my work to hear the multi-track tapes of great songs, and where you hear the bits that have been cut out is almost as interesting as the bits that have been left in. Because you got to say, why was that left there, and what was the reasoning for that, and you know, getting to hear people talk between takes and things like that is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Very well said. Well, first of all, I knew you would like that video because of your industry, and you're a geek like me. And also working out, as you were saying, how. Because Purple Rain is so perfect, and you know it so well. How did he know to cut out that chorus?
That's right. You see, that's the bit that makes a hit, that's the bit that makes something great. You know, like I always remember, like, do you remember when we were messing around in the studio when you were in the band in Toad, and we did some tracks, and there was like a chorus where something got repeated, then we decided to edit it out and just like leave it out. But you always heard it afterwards, like when you played that tape, you always heard the bit that you'd edited out. It was like. But it was the right decision to leave it out at the time, you know. And
that's the job of a producer.
Exactly. That's where they earn their money.
Can be musicians and producers, right? So you got a producer like Bob Ezrin who comes in, who takes over Metallica, whoever, or he takes over Pink Floyd, or he takes over. That was Bob Rock who took Metallica, or he takes over Pink Floyd, he takes over Lou Reed, and he says, "Okay, great song, but chop that back." So you know. But Prince was a producer, and he was a musician, and he was an engineer. And not only that, he was a guitarist and a keyboardist and a bass player and a drummer. And he was a savant. And he got his first record deal at the age of 14, you know. So, I mean, the guy was, listening to that, like you, why did he chop that bit out? Obviously, he knew it was correct, and because Purple Rain was a massive worldwide hit, but I couldn't have picked why to pick that. You're right. It's as interesting to listen to the bits that have been cut out as listening to the rest.
There might have been a slightly sort of practical side to it, in that if you're going for that single, that sort of radio friendly single, you've got to keep it within a certain length, you know, 3.5, 4 minutes or whatever it happens to be. So you're going to cut stuff out just to make that kind of, because, you know, 7-minute, 8-minute songs don't make it onto radio airplay, generally speaking, you know. So maybe there's that element to go into that sort of thing, you know.
I love the bit when he picked up that guitar line and he repeated it, and it is just an all-time great guitar line. So then I kind of ethereally went above the music, and I was listening not just to guitar, I was listening to the whole band at that point, where the guitar sat in the middle, and it was just magic. If you listen to the timing, everything is spinning around that guitar riff to do, and it was that bit you are just lost. And he held it together on that one riff, and he was right, and the commentator was right. Prince knew it was perfect for the band at that moment, and that's why he repeated.
Yeah, well, that was why he was the utter genius that he was. You know, he because a lot of people don't see when they go right or wrong. You know,
he was on my radar, but he wasn't on my radar. Prince, right? I knew he was good. I couldn't be bothered to listen to him. I really wish now, after we've gone on and we've covered "Creep" by him. Oh my,
that was amazing, wasn't
Prince killed it, right? And we did Play That Funky Music, which was a kind of a cruise ship encore. It's like I found out now it's like his 6th encore.
Right? Really? Was that why they turned the lights off? When it got to the end,
it just went on and on and on, right? And the guitar, so now it's just like, maybe I wish I just lowered my barriers a bit more and accepted them a bit more, because I mean, obviously we had an absolute musical genius and I didn't pay him enough attention. And now, now he's gone. Obviously, with this channel, we're learning.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, I mean, we were younger. When you're younger, you get stuck in your genre, don't you? You have a very narrow focus. And as we get older, we start to open up our focuses and we appreciate people for their pure skills and styles.
I actually think they're different. I think that what you do is you double down onto your genre and you double in back to your genre, but with the Thamesmen, because we follow reactions, it's thrown us new styles. And I mean, I would have never have gone into some of the styles we got into the last year. Just speaking from my own personal, whatever. When I was 14, 15, 16, 17, I was a rocker. I was like, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Motorhead. That was it. And if someone said to me, hey, could you listen to this new romantic Depeche Mode or whatever it happens to be, I would just by default not like it because it wasn't in my little wheelhouse. But now I can listen to that stuff and go, that was actually freaking amazing. That was a great track. That had a great element to it. And so I think, but also at a point, there was one point, and if you took the top 40. I knew religiously what was in the top 10. I knew every single track, right? Now I have got no clue what is in the top 40. I don't know what's in the top 100 albums. So when, it's very difficult to find new bands. And, we went from rock, I went into post-punk, and then I went to EDM, and then house, early house, and then, and I went through reggae heavily, and I went through all those genres, right? All of them. And I was, enveloping music. And now, Hawkwind.
Okay.
Hawkwind and Lou Reed.
I watched a movie last night. What do you know about Motley Crue?
Not that much.
Okay, I didn't know much about Motley Crue either. I did not, and so I watched a movie on Netflix last night called The Dirt. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, you've got to see this film. You've got to see The Dirt. It's on Netflix, and it's the story of Motley Crue, who were such an LA band, but they were worldwide huge, vastly huge band. And the film has been written by them and produced by them. So it's like an authentic story of Motley Crue. And Motley Crue were that 80s rock band that were out of control. Drugs, sex, rock and roll, blowjobs, everything going on, and complete shit show at times. And their management holding together, and they're making more money than they knew what to do with, and it was true rock and roll excess, and it's a miracle they're still alive. And the film's called The Dirt, and it is fantastic. Cool. It is absolutely brilliant.
Cool.
Crazy. I actually met Tommy Lee, who's the drummer of Motley Crue. I like through work. I had to I did a demo for him. I took him off to visit somewhere. And I ended up with his email address. And so he was on my database. And I was just doing out general mailings to my clients and things like that. And so it would go out to Tommy Lee. And let's face it, it's kind of spammy kind of email. Tommy Lee would reply. He'd go, hey, George, thanks for thinking of me, of sending me this bit of information or whatever happened to be. I'm like, You're freaking Tommy Lee. You don't reply to freaking emails. It was the coolest thing ever. He's a really nice guy.
After he's grateful he's still alive. I know.
A really nice guy. He's ridiculous.
I don't know their music, but I do know their story of how, you know, how debauched they got. Actually, Guns N' Roses as well. I was reading about them. They got seriously debauched as well.
Go and watch The Dirt on Netflix. It is absolutely brilliant. Don't watch it with your kids though. Okay.
Wanger or banger on this one?
Well, we don't do wangers or bangers on this channel, do we?
All right. Okay, we don't.
But we could. I tell you what, I think it's a banger. Because
what sort of banger?
It is going to be a Savoy, because I got a picture of a Savoy. I'll put it down here.
You filthy animal. That's a horse's cock. There's some horse out in some French field with no genitalia.
When I was on my little trip to England, I went to a fish and chip shop and I bought a Savoy specially to get this picture.
Did you really?
I did. I bought it. It was £2 well spent, just so I could drop in the Savoy.
Did you eat it?
I ate a little bit of it.
When you bite it, did it like crunch because of the plastic coating on the outside?
Pretty much, yeah. I was trying to sell it to everyone in the family, going, "Hey, try out some Savoy." They're like, "No."
It's a Savoy. I'll give you that.
Savoy.
I'm glad you watched that. Thank you very much. Very long video. I found it fascinating. Hopefully other people found it fascinating as well. Because what I have done is I was in the car and Purple Rain came on, and guess what I heard in there? I heard a distinctive yowl in there. Yeah. And I said to my wife, I said, "This is recorded live." And she went, "Really?" I said, "You what? Here we go." And someone went, "Yow." I go, "There you go." You know,
First Avenue, Minnesota.
All right, my man. I'll see you on the flip side.
Excellent. Well, like and subscribe, please, if you're still here, because we've been on. That's been a long old video, and perfect.
Take care. Stay professional.
So perfect.